What is up, beauties? My name, of course, is Burnsy, and school is starting again soon, so we'll go ahead and go back to the original Monday Can Suck a Dick. Welcome to Hate Mail. This is going to be my hate mail to people who swat people. I know I've avoided the topic of swatting for quite some time because I think it just gives attention to these people that do this. But I thought about it for a while, and I figured with the recent events, especially with the creature swatting, that it needs to be talked about, and I will give my story. If you're unfamiliar of what swatting is, it's a prank that a bunch of idiots like to pull on people whose information they have obtained. They basically make a false police call, a false 911 call, saying someone's shooting someone in the house, there's bombs, blah, 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 anything that would trigger the need for a SWAT team to be deployed, and then they come to that person's house, pretty much break down the doors. Some places are different. Some police departments will just knock on your door and make sure everything's okay, but some people come in hot with like assault rifles, SWAT shields, etc., etc., and it can be a very scary experience. So I thought I would share my swatting story and proof that the police simply do not give a fuck about these swatting cases. They literally do not give one single fuck. So I've never been swatted personally. I've never been there when it's happened. It happened at my parents' house. I don't live at my parents', and I used to, back when I was younger. And so that's on public record of me living there. There's also public record of a couple of college addresses. And if you can believe it or not, someone tried swatting an address I lived at in college in 2007. Yes. I got a call from the police in that college town said, "You don't I haven't lived there in like 8 years, buddy. I don't know what the fuck you're doing over there, but you guys are retarded." But anyways, I'm going to share some threats that I got on Twitter before it happened, and I just went ahead and ignored these, and you'll see why a little bit later in the story. Now, this happened in January, and I would get messages like, "Hey, DM me on Twitter, you're getting the SWAT." I even have one message pulled up here. I'm not going to share it because there's some information on there I don't want you guys to see, but it says, "There was a SWAT team, and there's a SWAT team coming to your house. Get the FBI on me. I'm a god. I can't be caught. Make a video about me. Ha ha ha, fucking worthless faggot. Don't respond. I'm going to drop everything about everyone you know. And I'm going to buy a boat in your parents' name and send dildos to your house, and you better DM me." And so I just went ahead and ignored it. I don't want to give attention to anybody. I don't want to create anything. I imagine, hey, they're just trying to get me to respond. They're trying to get some publicity off of me. They're trying to make me make a big deal of it. And then I got a message like this: "Ignore me all you want. It's going to go downhill for you. You have 24 hours to DM me." Followed up by this message the next day: "Well, it looks like he failed to DM me. Mom and Dad's lives are about to get 20 times worse, and here's a link to all of your information." And I just went ahead and ignored that, and eventually the SWAT happened. I got a call from my parents late at night saying, "Oh, the police are here, and there's all these squad cars," and they kind of knew it was happening. And my parents are pretty good friends with one of the top police officers. I think he's like right below the chief. He lives across the street, so they don't really come in and bash the doors down, and they kind of have an idea of what's going on. And from now on, I just have the police just call my parents' cell phone before anything happens like that. They know a bunch of these kids are up to no good. They just don't really give a shit about pursuing the case and prosecuting, and I'll explain that right now. So I would stalk this kid's Twitter to see if he would give up any information about himself, and he was going back and forth with another one of his little hacker buddies, if that's what you want to call him. And this person actually tweeted a picture of the person who swatted me's information at him, and I took a quick screenshot of that because I'm a top 5 police investigator. If you don't want to do the work, police, I will do it for you, all right? I got your back in this situation. And so I sent over the information of this kid, and I wasn't really sure if it was him. I didn't verify it at the time. And I just sent the police, "Hey, you should check this out. Might be the guy who's been doing the swatting and all the harassing of me and my family. So check it out." A couple months go by, they don't even give a fuck about it. They don't even check at it. I check in every once in a while, like, "Oh, we're still investigating the case. We don't have much information." I'm like, "Did you?" And like, "No, we never checked it out." So one day I'm just sitting at my computer and like, you know what? I'm going to call this number and I'm going to see what's up. And I should have recorded it now that I think about it. I was just trying to get a quick verification. I wasn't trying to have a phone conversation with this fucking idiot. But this kid answers the phone. Sounded like he was maybe anywhere between like 15 and 18 years old. And I said, "Is this the cat?" I just started naming out the cat Nico. I just started naming off like all the Twitters that he's had because a bunch of them got suspended, and he would just come back out of nowhere with a different name. And he was like, "No, no, no." And then he ended up hanging up on me. And I kept calling him back and back and back. And eventually he was like, "Is this Minnesota Burns?" And then he sent me like a Skype request. And then he sent me this gem of a message right here. And I thought that was game, set, match. This motherfucker's going to get arrested. Hello, Minnesota Burns. My name is Toby. You may know me from our past altercations. I hope you get the time to read this and understand where I'm coming from. I've quit the internet, not due to you. Oh, I'm fucking sure, buddy. I scared the shit out of you. You sound like you were gonna cry like a bitch on the phone. But just coming to the realization that I fucked up. Oh, you think? I'll admit it, and I'm writing to everyone who I have done harm to. No, you're not. You're just writing it to me because I caught you, because you're a dumb bitch. What I did was harmful and shouldn't have been done or ever occurred. Hopefully we can go our path and ignore what happened in the past. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just, you harassed me and my parents. Let me just, I'll just let it go. Fuck you. I'm not asking you to respond to this, just read it. Not to put the blame on someone else, but the swatting of your parents with basically all the information gathered was from my past friend. So you are blaming someone else. You're saying that you're not, but you are. I foolishly wanted to gain publicity from you. I fucking knew it, you dumb shit. And hopefully we can move on. No. If it is possible, just respond that you've seen this so I can know you've viewed it. I have also added you on Skype. So, am I wrong here? Is this a full confession? I have his name. I verified it with calling him. I know where he lives. I know what his parents' names are. He's admitted to these crimes. Do you want to know if he's been arrested or not? This was back in about, I would say, May. It is September now. That is June, July, August, September. That is 4 months. No arrests. And I checked in with the detective involved with the case the other day, and he's like, oh, we're still working. I'm like, motherfucker, I gave you a confession from him and where he lives. How hard is it to get a judge to sign an arrest warrant and go fuck this kid's life up? They simply do not give a fuck. It is too time consuming for them and it costs too much money. Even if you know who did it to you, they do not give a single fuck. Do you know how you stop these swattings from happening? You make an example of someone. You make the minimum sentence 10 years in prison. These kids are sociopaths. And I was going to go into a whole thing about what a sociopath is, but I'll just link something that you guys can read about and judge for yourself if you think these kids are sociopathic, antisocial fucking idiots. But anyways, the police just don't care. Make an example of someone. I gave you a perfect opportunity to make an example of someone. And if I ever do get word that they're going to make an arrest, I'm flying my ass out to where this kid lives, and I am videotaping the raid, and we're going to make an example of someone if we can. This is just ridiculous. What if the creatures, while they were getting swatted, were doing a skit with prop guns? They would have been killed, shot and killed. Is that what it's going to take for the police to care about these things? Someone dying? These are innocent people streaming and getting swatted and having their lives put in danger for no reason. Start giving a fuck, police. It's a serious problem. But my name is Burnsy. I hope you have yourself a beautiful rest of your day. If you'd like to comment on this video, they are disabled, so you can hit me up on Twitter. I'll ABC you later.